with 64 teams vying for $1 million in the basketball tournament. We are down to just 6. And tonight, only 2 semifinal tickets to Philadelphia can be claimed. It's Happy Valley Hoopers, the Penn State alumni, taking on Eberlein Drive, a TBT original, the Butler Region champion, the Pittsburgh Region champion here at TBT. $1 million is on the line. It'll be handed out this weekend, this Sunday on Fox. The 11th year of this event, our first on the Fox family of networks. Every game finishes with an Elam ending. You are guaranteed a game-winning shot, a game-winning sequence at TBT. No running off the clock towards a win. 29 alumni teams, among them the Penn State alumni. How about a couple of semifinalists already claimed? Carmen's crew, that's the Ohio State alumni. They're led by Jared Sullinger. La Familia, powered by Willie Cauley-Stein. Later tonight, you'll see Andre Roberson and Team Colorado try to keep their run going when they meet Rob Gray and Forever Coots. But we begin with Eberlein Drive and Happy Valley Hoopers as we say good evening from the great state of Texas, everybody, the Fertitta Center. I'm John Fayette, and my partner is Nick Baugh. So these two teams, Eberlein Drive and Happy Valley Hoopers, coming out of incredibly difficult regions and no shortage of drama for them to get here. They feel like they can absolutely walk away with $1 million on Sunday.
No question about it. Both teams battle-tested and have had some dramatic Elam-ending wins on both sides. I can't wait to see what this game looks like.
Let's look back at the pathway for these two teams. You think about Eberlein Drive, and this is a team that in Indianapolis was right down to it late, but they commanded all good dogs. This is when you felt like they had what it would take to make a deep run. Anthony Clemens there with the game winner. And then on this drive, Archie Goodwin can't connect, but Jake Stevens does. Assembly Ball made a dramatic run, but Stevens, who was in the NBA Summer League, wanted to be part of this team, and he came to Indianapolis to be a part of this moment. A game winner in Indy, and here tonight he'll lead them.
18 points in the one game that he played in against Assembly Ball, including that game winner. He's 7 feet tall, and he is not a good, he's a great shooter. He gives Eberlein Drive a different dimension in that pick and pop game. And then Anthony Clemens, he's the head of the snake. He really sets the table for everybody. He played at Iowa, and he has really grown as an offensive player. 17 points per game, big body guard. He can defend. Everything kind of starts with Clemens. And then Tyler Stone, this guy has been a stone-cold killer. He had 8 points, all 8 points in Eberlein Drive's first-round win over Team Arkansas. Great size and athleticism. He has been outstanding for Eberlein Drive as well. And then on the other side, when you look at the Happy Valley Hoopers, they are led by what I consider to be potentially the most dynamic player in the tournament in Sam Sessoms.
Sam Sessoms with a 27.9 assist performance in a shocking win over Zoo Crew, but not that shocking at all to these Happy Valley Hoopers, Nick. They have come onto the scene, and they beat the Stars of Stores, the UConn team, and then took down the host Pittsburgh.
Well, you see 21 points per game, but he also is getting 6 assists per game. Sessoms is outstanding in pick-and-roll situations. Going to have to really contain him if you're Eberlein Drive. Greg Lee, maybe the most unknown kind of stud in this tournament. He's done a great job scoring. Another guy with good size and versatility. I'd like to ISO him. And then the big fella, John Hara, inside. One of the best rebounders in the tournament. They need his physicality inside for the Happy Valley Hoopers.
And the man behind these Happy Valley Hoopers, showing that the Penn State alumni, they can perform at a high level. Eberlein Drive, Happy Valley Hoopers, who will be driving their way from Houston to Philly. Tip-off is next. The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official minutes away from tip-off between Happy Valley Hoopers and Eberlein Drive. Semifinals ticket on the line, the third of our 4 quarterfinals. And the start of a doubleheader here tonight that'll feature Forever Cougs and the Colorado alumni. Here's TBT rules, 4 9-minute quarters. You get 6 fouls, so you do get some leeway there. Plenty of physicality, especially around the rim. FIBA goaltending rules have led to collisions, have led to a lot of contested shots, and once that ball just grazes and comes off the rim, you can do a lot with it.
No question about it, but you're right in the physicality of these games, and so you got to be up for the fight if you want to play in the TBT, especially when you get to the quarterfinals.
Taking a look at the starting lineups we talked about. Anthony Clemens for Eberlein Drive. Archie Goodwin with 13 points and 8 assists in Eberlein's 82-79 win over Assembly Ball.
Well, all I know is what I'm going to be looking for early is how Eberlein Drive is defending Sam Sessoms. And they talked about it shoot around, wanting to give him a bunch of different looks, whether that be trapping him, denying him the ball. You could see a lot of different things throughout the course of this game, but to me, the most important element of this one is slowing down Sessoms for Eberlein Drive.
We know Carmen's crew and La Familia will meet Friday night, 9 Eastern time on FS1 in our second semifinal. Who will meet in the first Friday night? Got a good look there off the bat, did Happy Valley, but Hera was off. And here comes Eberlein Drive and a foul on the take. Tyler Stone was hit.
26
well,
hit.
Pace is going to be crucial for Eberlein Drive because the Happy Valley Hoopers basically only have 7 players. So Eberlein Drive is the deeper team, and they're going to want to utilize that depth and push it every opportunity they get.
We might be able to work with it. Cujo, you can be in.
Yes, you'll hear from the officials tonight. Darren George, Kristen Esparza, and Brian McNutt. At TBT, you get an all-access pass to the coaches and the refs.
It's great. Some of those conversations, you wonder what's being said. Well, you get to hear it now, especially in the huddle. In these game-winning huddle situations, you see what's on that dry erase board. Amazing.
You never talk to the officials.
Never. Except good call. Trying to get some brownie points.
Good defense by Eberlein Drive.
Good job denying Sessoms the ball, too, which kind of got the Happy Valley Hoopers possession off schedule.
Here's Goodwin, catch and shoot. Got it.
Well, Goodwin's not known as a three-point shooter, but he's capable and he's confident. That one looked good coming out of his hands.
0 for 4 against Assembly Ball, but 1 for 1 to start tonight. Look, we saw it last time when Willie Cauley-Stein hit his first 3 triples. At TBT, you catch a momentum burst. It's like the NCAA tournament, Nick.
Well, and you got to remember, a lot of these guys, these are professional basketball players. So even though they're not necessarily great shooters, if you give them enough looks, they're probably going to knock them down.
Shot clock down to 2. Off the fake, Bustrick got his man in the air, and that's hit. That's Curtis Jones from the left wing for Happy Valley.
It's going to be crucial for the Joneses, Myron Jones and Curtis Jones, to knock down threes, because I think there's going to be a lot of traps on Sessoms, which means they're going to be open jump shots when you throw the ball out of those double teams.
Turnover by Eberlein Drive. Curtis Jones with that catch and shoot for Happy Valley. He hit 3 triples, came up huge in what was such a dramatic game. 85-82 win over Zoo Crew in the Pittsburgh Region Final. Now all the way to the rim. Sam Sessoms, you can't leave him that easily in the lane.
Well, you have to force him into the ball screen. Clemens got caught peeking, and Sessoms refused the screen and got a layup.
Now Stone off. That's a nice dish, and then Hera knows what to do with it. Pretty delivery from Sessoms.
Again, 6 assists per game. Guy's just got great feel. That's a nice pass to Hera, and that's how Hera's going to get his points. Dump downs and offensive rebounds.
Nice move there by Anthony Clemens. That's butter.
And I really think he didn't lift that foot off the ground. He really went up like he was going to shoot it, kept that foot on the ground, was able to get to his mid-range.
Eberlein Drive. They beat Team Arkansas in a great game. That 3 is good from way downtown. And Curtis Jones has come out scalding in Houston. But Stone knocked down the Elam ending winner in a thriller over Team Arkansas. That's just it, Nick. In TBT, your journey could end right away, even if you have a quality team, as Systems connects and Happy Valley has hit their stride now and leads by 5. But they survived past Team Arkansas. Then they make a statement overall, good dogs.
Yes.
That was a resounding win. And then Assembly Ball came this close to coming back and beat them.
Yeah, Eberlein Drive was in complete control, and the Elam ending almost got away from him, but you live to see another day, and you'll take a win any way you can get it.
When there's $1 million on the line, survive in advance is epitomized.
Yes.
It's just like if you're on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, you just get a rose.
Yeah, get a rose, just go to bed.
Hand me a flower.
That's it.
Pull up off the dribble. Whoa! Myron Jones says, I'd like to get in on the action too from deep. Curtis and Myron 3 for 3.
Huge. Absolutely huge to get some three-point shooting from those two guys. Now it makes helping and sending two to Systems that much more difficult for Eberlein Drive.
Happy Valley Hoopers shot 9 for 23 from downtown their last game. Tonight, what an electric start from deep.
1, 2, stepped out.
The Joneses with as many points as Eberlein Drive. Stop and go here. At first the shutdown, then Systems can't connect. The defense from Ryan Taylor. Goodwin had a steam. Hara met him. Hook that doesn't go. And Nick, you saw contact, but a TBT.
No foul, no blood, no foul.
All the way to the rim. How about the start from Curtis Jones tonight?
Incredible. Been playing in transition, and it's amazing how you get some shots to go early, and there's just a confidence level permeating throughout this entire Happy Valley group right now.
Curtis Jones was at Oklahoma State and transferred into Penn State. He's got Big 12 and Big 10 experience. Extra pass to Clemens from the corner, bullseye.
That's the one thing about this Eberlein Drive team. They're well coached. And when they hit a rough patch, Jordan Surenkamp oftentimes has a solution for them with some sort of set play or action.
Jordan Surenkamp was the head coach of the Greensboro Swarm most recently. He's a G League coach who runs a ton of sets there and knows what it looks like. Success!
Wow.
But my goodness, Curtis Jones is hitting everything from Happy Valley to start this game.
Again, a part of the game plan for Eberlein Drive was to really send a bunch at Systems and make other guys beat them. And so far, these other Happy Valley Hoopers are making shots.
What an electric start to this game as Goodwin knocks it down. Nick, we've got Eberlein Drive shooting 5 for 10 to start. Happy Valley at 8 for 12. After a whistle and a foul, catch your breath.
Yeah, we need to catch our breath, but in the meantime, we got to marvel at Sam Systems and all the distributing he's been doing. How about the Jones brothers out here doing their thing, knocking down shots? Big time start for Happy Valley.
One free throw. Maybe an offset. If we did have just the one for all of them.
The basketball tournament is powered by
significantly, okay? There's possession. That being said, they're pretty open, right? We got to be contesting everything. Our energy level right now, pick it up a little bit, okay?
Jake, you're going to pin for T-Stone. T-Stone, we're bringing you to this short roll area right here. AG, we're going to throw it in. Jake, you're going to set a flare for AG. You're going to go to work with your right hand. Okay? So Jake's going to rip you here. We're going to throw it in. Okay? And then as this flare is happening, it gives you space to operate. Okay. You're just going one-on-one right
So
here.
that's how.
The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. That was the celebration for Jake Stevens and Eberlein drive. Stevens flew from Vegas to ensure that he would get to that region final to help lead Eberlein drive to a dramatic win over Assembly Ball. But right now, they got to find a way to cool off Curtis Jones.
Incredible. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, 4 or 5 from the floor. Myron Jones is also 1 for 1, so 4 for 4 from 3 are the Happy Valley Hoopers. And we'll see how much Eberlein drive wants to stay the course and really help off, because there's a lot of open looks right now for Happy Valley Hoopers.
4 for 4 from downtown before that miss. Stevens has entered now for Eberlein drive out of that first timeout. Look at the second, the third effort, and that hit every part of the rim, but did not drop home for Stone.
Stay there, TB.
We did have double technical fouls before our timeout. Just some jawing back and forth, and now make it 5 of 6. Greg Lee has checked in and makes an immediate impact.
These are wide open looks in rhythm for the Happy Valley Hoopers.
An outstanding start. They only hit 9 threes in their last game. Already at 5 in the first 7 minutes.
One more.
Stone off the fake. He is so tough.
Well, he did a good job slowing down right at the rim, because Wahab was getting ready to leave his feet. And so as Wahab was leaving his feet, Stone got around him and laid it in.
Most recently playing in the Israeli Basketball Premier League, Tyler Stone. Missouri and Southeast Missouri State, his college basketball chapters. Now an entry with Stevens guarding inside, and that's a tough finish by Qudus Wahab.
Wahab, when he gets close to the basket and get to that right-hand jump hook, he is a really efficient scorer.
One of the two. You gotta do one of the other.
Gives kind of a different look than Hera. Those two guys are the two big men for the Happy Valley Hoopers.
Again, Tyler Stone's on a mission tonight.
Just plays with a ton of energy. He's been shot out of a cannon, playing well early in this one.
Happy Valley Hoopers shooting 67%. Eberlein drive at 40%, but Nick, that almost seems misleading. This has been non-stop offense as Wahab is fouled by Stevens inside.
White 23 hit, 2 shots.
Yeah, both teams are getting great shots, and the Happy Valley Hoopers have just shot it incredibly well from 3.
Yeah, I see it.
So here's Qudus Wahab, won a Big East Tournament championship under Patrick Ewing at Georgetown in 2021.
Yeah.
Then heads to Maryland, was there for a year, didn't really work out, goes back to Georgetown to play for Ewing again, then ends up ending his college career with Micah Shrewsbury and Penn State.
So he truly was all over the map during his college career. And he's provided a good punch for the Happy Valley Hoopers, though. Again, Hera's a little more beefy as a big man, and Wahab a little more lanky.
Oh, leaving a man open's a dangerous game to play, but this is an air ball.
Yeah, dodged the bullet, didn't get matched up.
Close to 70% from the floor in this opening quarter, but Sessoms, of course, he misses the shot that looked the easiest in this first frame.
Sessom's ability to change speeds and keep the defense on their heels and off balance is just amazing to watch.
Tell down to the floor. Still plenty of time on that shot clock. 7-second difference between shot and game. It's at 6 now. Kick to the corner. Stevens. Way off. 8 seconds here for Happy Valley Hoopers. Quite the first quarter and all the way to the rim. Myron Jones with an exclamation point. It's all Nittany Lions in Texas to start the evening.
Couldn't have asked for a better offensive start to this game than what you just saw from the Happy Valley Hoopers. Myron Jones, Curtis Jones, those two guys were outstanding scoring the basketball.
Happy Valley Hoopers, living up to their name. They didn't win a game in this event last year, but they learned from it. We'll tell you more about what they learned after this.
They don't want to play the same. Take the contact right in the chest when he's trying to get underneath. Right? You know the location of the
Here, we just talked about that. On good win, we don't need to switch it. Go under so we don't have a mismatch, right?
Hey, don't let them get back in the game with threes. Let them make the twos. They miss some open threes. Don't give them that shit.
We can't fuck up about who we picking up, bro. If you out there at the floor, that means 1-4 we switch, so it don't matter who the fuck we start with.
Hey, after we get a stop, push it. If we do have a walk it up, what do you want to go here? What do you want to go?
Both of them got it, whatever y'all, what y'all want?
Hey, let's go double D. Let's go double D one time. You want to try color? All right, let's see if we can get into color. Hey, you got to get open. Hey, if you don't get open, are you good on color? You good on color? You need me to draw it again or you good? You're left wing. You're this way. You got it?
Are they overplaying that pass?
Hey, if you can't get it,
They do that, then I know.
Wani, this is you, right? Hey, if you can't get them again, just push them. If you can't catch, push them. You want to
Right, 5. Be a little bit close.
Yeah.
Hey, after we get a stop, push it. If we do have a walk it up, what do you want to go here? What do you want to go?
Both of them got it, whatever y'all, what y'all want?
Hey, let's go double D. Let's go double D one time. You want to try color? All right, let's see if we can get into color. Hey, you got to get open. Hey, if you don't get open, are you good on color? You good on color? You need me to draw it again or you good? You're left wing. You're this way. You got it?
In the Huddle is powered by Puma. A lot for Ross Condon, the head coach of Happy Valley Hoopers, to be happy about after one. Collegiate basketball coach for over a decade and spent time at Penn State. He's a Villanova graduate, was a 4-year walk-on under Jay Wright.
Yeah, I love the collaborative nature. He's asking Sessoms what he runs to run, and as you see, a nice little flare screen to get things started for Ryan Taylor. Again, out of a timeout, trying to get a nice, clean look to settle things down for Eberlein drive.
Yes, Coach Condon is mic'd up. Shot clock at 10 as he launches his offense, which was electric in the opening quarter. Stevens did just enough to stop Lahab.
That's an amazing recovery from Stevens.
The only way to do it is foul him. He can't dunk the basketball. Travel.
Taylor is off on the runner. Oskonen expressing his knowledge of hops.
Well, I will say, at shoot-around today, we watched him jump over
He can't jump that high.
the chairs in the first row running after a loose ball. So maybe he does know a thing or two about some hops here. He almost really hurt himself, though. At like 38, 39 years old, you gotta stop hopping chairs.
Off hands.
It's like Brian Arcidiacono, Big East tournament. Remember that?
Of course I do.
Flying into press row. Myron Jones off. What can Eberlein drive do differently in quarter number 2?
I think they got to not panic and stay the course. They certainly got to be a little bit more attentive to the shooters, but I think you've kind of taken Happy Valley Hooper's best shot, and you're still in the game.
Pull up off the elbow. That's silky smooth. That's Daishan Knight.
Illinois State grad, was second team all Missouri Valley Conference, 951 points in 2 years. He knows how to score the ball.
Be back. Stay home.
You hear stay home from Eberlein drive defensively. That's exactly what they did. Wahab versus Stevens is going to be fun to watch tonight. And Stevens said, I've got no tables available for dinner.
Hey, how about that? Didn't even really leave his feet and still block the shot.
Next one.
Stuff by Stevens.
Oh, to the rim.
He was a star in college at VMI in Chattanooga for Dan Earl, Tom Kiley and company. And a foul here fighting for the rebound.
Blue 33.
It'll stay with Eberlein drive.
Well, Stevens with a couple of blocks here. Not the most fleet of foot, but 7 feet tall is 7 feet tall. Watch him just walling up, gets on his tippy toes and able to block a good low post score in Kudus Wahab.
You will love this. Final 3 schools recruiting him.
Way before.
Give it to me.
When he was in high school. Virginia Military Institute, VMI.
Yep.
Shepherd offering a partial scholarship. They're a D2 school. And Randolph-Macon a D3.
Unbelievable.
That's it.
Yeah, and this is a guy that went on to score almost 2,000 points and averaged 19 points per game as a senior at VMI. He's just gotten better and better and better.
You've said it, Nick Ba. What TBT does is it provides a spotlight to those guys who deserve it, maybe haven't gotten it as much beforehand. Just terrific defense by Eberlein drive.
Well, you see there, stay home, that's the mantra. They're not helping off that three-point line now.
Taylor fouled by Hara going up.
It's just so fascinating as a coach on where do you draw the line on staying the course with your defensive plan versus making a change. And one of the things that Jordan Cernkamp told me was, when we have a roster of smart guys, I can make adjustments on the fly and they can go apply them in real time. So they went from over helping to now staying attached to the shooters, and I think it's really kind of served Eberlein drive's defense well. He's an impressive guy. I was really, really impressed in shoot-around. You would have thought Eberlein drive was in their 5th month of being together, and this was their 38th game.
7 straight for Eberlein drive. Jordan Cernkamp with a rich coaching background, and he runs it like a high-intense college shoot-around that you would see. That's just it. There's $1 million on the line as Stevens comes up with defense. Stevens got in the air, and Hara this time wins the battle and won.
That's John Hara. 5th all-time at Penn State with 854 rebounds. These sort of 50-50 situations, John Hara ends up with the ball the vast majority of the time, and he is a big boy, and if you're going to hit him, you better hit him hard, or he's going to get that ball up off the glass.
John Hara, you just said it, very decorated Penn State player. #1 in Penn State history in career games played at 146. So he said, heading into last year, we need a TBT team. We need to show off that we're forming great talent. And Coach Shrewsbury did a great job with that. You go through the years, this program's starting to really come on now. Mike Rhodes will do a strong job in Happy Valley as Stevens sits. But he said, I went out and I scouted. I did my homework. We lost our opening game last year. We want to avenge that this year. We want to show the world that Penn State basketball is on the rise.
And they're in the midst of showing that right now with this TBT run. but it kind of feels like Hera is the centerpiece for everything with Happy Valley Hoopers.
Tells cannot knock it down. Look at the effort on the offensive rebound. Stick back doesn't go, and Hera is there. He spent about 4 or 5 months, he told us, putting the roster together. Scouting, watching synergy. There's a lot that goes into this, all the way to the rim. That's Greg Lee. What's he mean to this team?
Well, clearly right now, Eberlein drive, whether it's in transition or in the half court, they're trying to pressure and not allow kick-out threes. So guys like Greg Lee and the ability to get through the rim is going to be really important.
That was a stuff. Jawan Daniels said no. So many meetings at the rim in TBT.
Black and Mike.
Bring your hard hat.
Yeah, no question about it. So watch it, just the pressure right now. Switching, pressuring the ball. You got a mismatch. See if the ball can get into Greg Lee.
Lee with 4. Hera got Stevens in the air, and Hera with a hammer.
Poor discipline from Jake Stevens to bite on a shot fake from a non-shooter in John Hera.
John Hera, a Penn State great. Over 800 points and 800 rebounds, and Stevens punches right back. The big man battle is for real tonight.
Well, I think Eberlein Drive's bench has come in and provided a nice lift, whether it's Brown or Knight or Stevens. Another pick and roll. Hera kind of caught in between, whether he's slowing the ball handler down or getting back to Stevens. And Stevens has really provided a nice lift off the bench here. It's incredible. A week ago, this dude was playing Summer League with the Wizards. First flight he could out of Vegas to Indy. Shows up at 2 in the morning. The next day has 18 points and an Elam ending tip in. And now he's in Houston trying to help Eberlein Drive.
And a great personality. In
Yeah.
the college ranks was such a leader. Samuel Sessoms is a leader too. Wow, Happy Valley Hoopers now at 6 for 7 from downtown. That one's long. Hera, that's off his hands. It'll stay with Eberlein Drive after this. 6 to 7 from 3. But as you said, Nick, fortunate to be within 8 at this point.
Hey, you want to go 45 or 45? Yeah, here we go. 45? 45. Got lost on the other end. Other than that, we said okay. We get whatever we want offensively right now, right? It's just going to be getting enough stops to get, right, keep it going. Other than that, we've been fine. Second chance opportunity to push a little bit. We got to make sure we're boxing out. Other than that, we're okay. AZ, we're going to take it out. AZ, Keystone, RC, Nate right here. We're going to look at flat here, but it's going to be a little bit different. The Keystone, we're going to rip. We look there. Nate, you're going to pin for AZ. AZ, we're going to hit right here. Okay. Okay, we're going to zip up. On the zip up, we're going to follow, swing. Keystone, you're going to be the first. Nate, you're going to be the second. Okay. So AZ, and we're bringing RC off to the corner. What's that? Over the top. So AZ, you zip up, right? RC will hit. Zip over the top, and then we're bringing the stagger this way. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go now.
We've been asking players all over the basketball tournament. After winning the $1 million prize, who are you most excited to celebrate with? Well, we asked Tyler Stone of Eberlein Drive. Love this answer. He says, I'm most excited about celebrating with my wife and kids. I know they're rooting for me, so it'll be good if we can get that win. We'll do a lot of fun things. Tyler's winning prize will be sent with Zelle straight to his bank account. Tyler Stone and Eberlein Drive within 8 right now of Happy Valley Hoopers. John Fanta, Nick Bob with you. This is quarterfinal number 3 on the TBT schedule. Up next, Forever Cougs and Team Colorado. That comes your way 9 Eastern Time, FS2. How about La Familia and Carmen's crew heading into the semis? La Familia winning in epic fashion over the Ville last night at Freedom Hall, which had over 13,500 people.
What an incredible scene last night. For late July, 13,000 people to watch La Familia in the Ville. And, you know, oftentimes your first team in the TBT isn't successful, but I think guys like Eric Bledsoe and Willie Cauley-Stein are like the outliers with that. Those two guys have been tremendous.
Meanwhile, Ryan Taylor wanted to get in on the action and drills the 3. The pride of Marshall.
He's got 6 points on threes after timeouts, thanks to the dry erase board of Coach Surenkamp.
Hera is long. Coach Surenkamp will appreciate you giving his whiteboard some credit for some baskets, by the way.
Yeah. I give credit where credit's due.
Another catch and shoot for Jones, who's been hot. He misses this time. John Hera is a man possessed. He wants to take the Penn State alumni to Philadelphia, where they feel closer to home.
For sure. And he's a guy that plays hard all the time. But offensive rebounds, steals an outlet pass there. What a stud.
Good win, can't connect. Sessoms, his pace in the lane has been infectious. Gets the screen and pulls. Boom!
Well,
Samuel Sessoms is in section.
Nate Roberts got to get up closer on that hedge. You let Sessoms walk into a 3, you're asking for trouble.
Stone from the baseline, the shot making in this first half.
This has been incredible. And some games in the TBT are grinders and it's hard to find a basket. These two teams have been offensively really clicking.
Wraparound foul, because Nick, it feels like that's all that Anthony Clemens could do to keep up with them.
He is really special in pick and rolls. And, you know, with good scorers and distributors, you try to make him do one or the other and say, okay, we need to make him a passer and not a scorer, or make him a scorer, not a passer. Well, Sessoms is doing both. He's got 4 assists. He's got 10 points.
Let's go. Y'all fix this out of the way.
So he's doing both right now.
Happy Valley Hoopers averaging 89 points per game. As we continue to hear some talking between these two teams, you're going to get that. Lee knocks it down. They have shot well over 60% in this first half. Wow.
Greg Lee was one of the last additions to this roster. It's a pretty good final addition to make at the last second.
Taylor was left open and made him pay.
He's hit 3 threes all from that left wing.
Ryan Taylor, a CBA champion in Indianapolis in 2019. Greg Lee answers. This is absurd from Happy Valley Hoopers.
Look, at Sessoms, you send 2 at him, around the back pass, on time, on target, wide open 3. Sessoms is making everything happen right now.
They are 8 for 10 from downtown. Oh, and Clemens answers. I mean, Nick, go outside for Tina at halftime and put an egg on the pavement.
This is incredible.
Sessoms again. It felt like if that went in, all you could do was chuckle, and we got a foul here on the rebound. 14.
It's incredible.
4-3. 48-41. These are 9-minute quarters.
30 seconds.
And this is great ball movement. Taylor drills one. Sessoms around the back pass. You send 2 at him. Greg Lee pick and pop. Too easy.
Hey, this possession right here is
both teams.
Switching 1 through 5.
You know, it's the only question. Okay, is it bad defense? Is it good offense?
Have to press up.
I feel like a lot of this is actually pretty good offense.
And make sure we're stunting right appropriately from the weak side. Okay. Other than that, get a stop. If we can run, great. If not, I'm going to call a timeout. Okay. I have one to use. Okay. Let's go now. 1 through 5. Everybody. Hey, because we're switching, we're going to be cross match. Everybody has to grab the ball. Everybody's got to grab it. Come on now. Here we go. All of us. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, that's all I ask. Hey, y'all are grown men, so I'm not going to tell you how to do it. But it gets to that level, I got to put air in the whistle, all right?
Jordan Surinkamp, and you hear from the officials as well there. It's Eberlein Drive Team, a TBT original started by Jacob Hirschman, his childhood friends who grew up on Eberlein Drive in Fraser, Michigan. Teamed up with Matt Mitchell. Jacob, a lawyer. That's his full-time job, but he wants to win a championship.
Yes, he
That's
does.
his goal in life. Jones, just short. Shot clock off, and Wahab with a foul.
Are we shooting? Yeah, we will.
Hey, we need to stop.
To the half.
Take a look at the bracket here to remind you where we're at. Carmen's Crew in La Familia set for Friday night FS1. Ohio State alumni, Kentucky alumni, will the Penn State alumni make it a couple of Big Ten teams, and Team Colorado and Forever Cougs in, well, now an all Big 12 showdown with Colorado.
That's right.
Back there. That's coming up. I just love that Jacob Hirschman's a lawyer, and then Matt Mitchell in healthcare consulting. And they say, we're doing this every year as our passion project. That shows you how great this event is.
Oh, you talking to them before the game, you could feel the passion they have for this tournament, for this team, for the quest to try to win.
There we go. Come here, hurry.
Timeout here now called by Coach Surinkamp.
This is where Coach Surinkamp's been outstanding.
You're going to take the ball out.
Drawing up open opportunities.
Okay, we got plenty of time, right? So we like the shot, great. If not, AG, we're going to zip you up.
First things first is a mix of analysis, tremendous chemistry, and total ridiculousness. Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wilds serve up a fresh daily dose of unscripted and unfiltered sports talk. Weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
No, we don't.
Well, an electric first half in which we've seen Eberlein Drive shoot 47%, Happy Valley Hoopers at 58%. And here's the other thing they've got going.
Yeah.
Eberlein Drive's been top
you
three
guys
in
feel
TBT
comfortable
at
switching?
close
Yes,
to 85%
okay, let's do it.
from three. So if they get, or 85% from the free throw
14,
line.
it's come
So if
back
they
14.
get to the foul line, that's
knock
been
it down. Been a
that's
great-
been high percent for them too.
No doubt.
Dribble handoff, and Taylor just short here. 10 seconds for Sessoms. Kicking the lead. Greg Lee with 4. Samuel Sessoms has to do something with 2. Sessoms with one hand. He got it.
Ridiculous.
Oh, man. Samuel Sessoms is a bad man.
Well, even though it was an open look, that's a mistake from Eberlein Drive. They should have held for at least the last shot. Instead, Taylor misses a quick one, and Sessoms gets a horse shot. I mean, look at this. One hand, Goodwin draped on him. This dude is a magician.
Give Nick Bond H.
For sure. I wouldn't even shoot it. I'd say, you got it. Let's go to the next one.
What a half by Happy Valley Hoopers. They shot 8 for 12 from 3 and 59% from the floor. The best news for Eberlein Drive is maybe let's head to the locker room and catch our breath. More to come here at the half from Houston. Wow. TBT Championship Weekend is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this Friday, the semifinals at 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern on FS1. The $1 Million Championship is this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Tickets available at thetournament.com. TBT Championship Weekend is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this Friday. TBT Championship Weekend is coming to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this Friday, the semifinals at 7 and 9 p.m. Eastern on FS1. The $1 Million Championship is this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Tickets available at thetournament.com. Awesome. TBT fans can shop the official gear of their favorite teams, including the Happy Valley Hoopers, at tbtstore.thetournament.com. The Hoopers, they're happy with a 50-41 lead on Eberlein Drive. Highlights and stats to come. You're watching TBT.
Switch it. All right. Yeah. You shoot 20 for 34 and a half of basketball. How about this? 8 for 12 from 3, and that's how you have a lead. Now it's only 9. Happy Valley Hoopers 50, Eberlein Drive 41 here as we head into
the third quarter. TBT quarterfinals. This game 1 of 2 for us with Colorado and Forever Cougs. Up next, John Fanta, Nick Baugh with you courtside. If you had a headline for the opening 18 minutes, what would it be?
Offense, offense, offense for really both ways, but in particular, the Happy Valley Hoopers, the way they shared the ball and moved it was impressive. Sam Sessoms was outstanding in the first half, but the three-point shooting was what stood out. 8 for 12 from 3, and Curtis Jones, he got the party started with not 1, but 2 made threes, and it really got everybody in a good rhythm and a flow. Sam Sessoms was able to come off ball screens, no hedge. That is a big no-no because he loves shooting threes off the dribble, and then a nice pick and pop to Greg Lee. But the big thing is, John, those are in rhythm good threes. Can Happy Valley Hoopers continue to take good threes and not force tough ones?
Nick, how about the turnover count?
Yeah, between the two teams, 18 assists, 3 turnovers. It just was a clean, crisp game offensively.
And this is a big takeaway from you, as this has been our first TBT sitting courtside for these games, and a joy to call these games.
Yes.
The quality of basketball, if you were to describe it to a fan who's never seen this event, how would you do so?
Well, I mean, you're talking about it's professional basketball. I mean, all these guys on the floor are getting paid to play basketball. While it may not be most of them in the NBA, they're getting paid a lot of money in places like Turkey and France and Spain and Germany. And so it's a professional basketball game with you got great coaches on both sides. And the big thing, you're playing for $1 million, you know? It's just no substitute for that. Winner gets $1 million, loser gets 0.
Greg Lee, relatively quiet in the opening half, but he can get hot in a hurry and starts the third quarter with a bucket.
And he's got good size, and they really like posting Lee and letting him go to work.
Goodwin hit by Harar, kick out pass, and a long triple attempt. If you're Eberlein drive, what would you do to adjust?
Well, it starts with containing this guy, whether it be hard hedges like that. You got to find a way to slow him down a little bit. I get it, easier said than done. But I like pressuring the ball and not allowing any rhythm threes. Make Happy Valley Hoopers be a one-on-one team.
7 on the shot clock, off the dribble. Everything has gone their way. Myron Jones, what can you really do about that?
Not a ton. It's amazing shooting. Biggest lead of the game now for the Happy Valley Hoopers.
Myron Jones playing at Penn State in Florida in college. That's a lot of contact there, and
2-6.
a foul that will send Nate Roberts to the line.
Yeah, but he grabbed.
Just
He hooks over
amazing to listen
We're good. He drops over the top.
to the game plan heading into this thing for Eberlein Drive and saying, gonna have to try to make Sessoms slow him down and let the others go off. And that's kind of what's happened.
This year's $1 million prize is once again being sent straight to the winner's bank account with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT. Nate Roberts would like $60,000. And he spent some time in the summer league with the Detroit Pistons.
Big body, physical. Between him and John Hara, that's 2 large dudes going at it.
Sessoms again. A no-look pass, but a little bit too much for Hara.
A little too low for Hara.
Swing, 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 swing.
All the way in the rim, Goodwin, that's easy. Archie Goodwin. Back to a 9-point game just like that.
Body, good. Good AC, good AC.
Right now, Anthony Clemens is just draped on Sessoms trying to face guard him. Hara with the offensive rebound. Hara can't connect.
But you see what happens when you blow up a DHO and don't let Sessoms get the ball. The possession gets off schedule.
One short. And now here's Sessoms. When he gets out in space, really dangerous. Asks for it back. Just a maestro.
He just changes speeds so well. And when he goes left, he's in particular really, really tough.
Spent time at Binghamton and Coppin State. And then ended up at Penn State.
Yeah, One of those guys that you maybe, if you're recruiting him, you get too caught up in his size, but he just flat out knows how to score and make plays. Because he's not very big, but man, is he dynamic with the ball.
Shot clock's down to 2 here. It's at 1. Lee, they ran out of time. Eberlein drives defense, comes alive.
I think you ask what the adjustment is. I think that's the adjustment. I think you've got to ratchet up the pressure, get into the ball, and force the Happy Valley Hoopers into being a one-on-one team. Because outside of Lee and Sessoms, they're not great one-on-one creators.
Stone in rhythm. Boom. That's his game, Tyler Stone.
19 points per game as a senior at Southeast Missouri State. Just a simple little flip back 3, a la Chris Jenkins,
yes,
if you will.
Man, has that become a common play?
You're right.
In this sport. We saw it a bunch last night. Nate Sestina hit like 3 of them.
Yes.
Now a foul on Taylor. You talked about Eberlein Drive and their culture. You can hear it from the bench, from Coach Surinkamp.
Stay right here.
This is an organization, again, they were in the inaugural TBT back in 2014. And to now think that they're here, they went to the championship game in 2018, faced overseas elite. That's what drives Jacob Hirschman. He said, we came so close.
Yeah.
We can get that. We can make that happen. That's what he's driven by in this event. You know, this isn't just let's form a team in one season. These are organizations, and Eberlein Drive has found their organization here. Good win from downtown. It's down to 3.
Well, they finally strung together some stops here. The pressure has gotten ratcheted up.
And a foul on Clemens.
Well, and this is where it takes energy to defend and deny and pressure the ball. This is where the depth of Eberlein Drive makes a difference. Keep in mind, Happy Valley Hoopers basically has 7 players. Eberlein Drive is rotating guys in and out, fresh bodies, trying to really keep the on-ball pressure up high.
That's a beautiful entry to Hara. He couldn't finish the bunny. It'll stay with Happy Valley Hoopers. And to your point, Nick, 9 different players for Eberlein Drive have attempted a shot. Happy Valley Hoopers only had 7 available.
Yes.
Here's Hara. Hara has been working Stevens all night. This time Stevens does just enough to make his life difficult. They can get within 1 or tie it here. They were just down double digits moments ago. Stevens, a brick. Offensive rebound though. And that stick back is good. Terrell Brown with the extra effort. It's down to 1. Off the pressure now. Hara. Stevens stuffed him. The 3 is long. Curtis Jones. He's short. Got his own miss. They'll get a 4th opportunity and a rejection. They were down double digits 2 minutes ago. Clemens. And here comes Happy Valley Hoopers now. Folks, if you were looking for something that's not a track meet, you've come to the wrong place.
Up and down we go. But what a response from Eberlein Drive here. It all started on the defensive end, though.
We need to be a little bit more organized with the up and down.
Well, what they've done, Nick, is they've just planted Anthony Clemens onto Samuel Sessoms.
We got to win these minutes.
And now another
turnover.
Only turned the ball over twice in the first half.
Well, and the bench guys, not only have they come in and been fresh, they've come in and produced as well. Brown, Stevens.
So next one.
This is an 11-0 run. Stone. It was 54-42. 4 minutes ago. Myron Jones. Teardrop gets it to go to break it up.
Big moment here with Sessoms catching a breather. Obviously, you got a media timeout coming at the next dead, but you certainly don't want to go too long without Sessoms on the floor.
No, you don't. A reminder, when we hit the fourth quarter, we'll only play the first 5 minutes, roughly that. And then we hit the Elam ending as Stevens is held and fouled.
You're good if you're over there. We can talk because you'll be respectful.
You hear the dialogue between the officials and these players. The plot thickens in Houston. It's a 3-point game.
But you know I'm right, but you know I'm wrong.
Last night, Carmen's crew, the Ohio State alumni, made a statement. The 2019 TBT champs, they looked the part of a champion last night. DeSante Bradford, one of 3 in double figures to lead them to the semis of TBT. And then the battle that everybody was waiting for. Biggest game in TBT history, only fitting that a Harrison, this time Andrew Harrison, knocks down the game-winning 3. Nate Sestina was on fire. Willie Cauley-Stein played a huge role. In La Familia, the Bluegrass State belongs to Big Blue Nation. They will meet the Ohio State alumni Friday night on FS1. You think about this, 2012 Final Four, Nick Baugh had La Familia, Kentucky.
Yep.
It had Ohio State and Louisville in it. So there's this whole throwback dimension to now see these teams in a different Final Four. This one, the semis of TBT.
And both the Carmen's crew and La Familia, they have cruised.
Yes.
They've looked really good from start all the way until last night. And it's just great to see Kentucky represented in this TBT.
What do you think it says to the other schools that might be thinking about getting in this event when they see something like last night?
I think it says you better get in it. I mean, when the likes of UConn and now Kentucky, Louisville, Kansas, I mean, the bluest of blue bloods are in this thing. And it's, I think you talk to whether it's Team Colorado or the Happy Valley Hoopers, there's something to the importance of that alumni of players coming back together for this. And it gets harder and harder with life and professional basketball to stay connected to your university. This provides an opportunity to connect with your program and the current players.
And I love what Kelvin Sampson said. This is a way for his current guys to learn. They play on their shoulders.
Yes.
The past guys, as that 3 cans home. And just like that, we are tied. We got a new ball game, Anthony Clements.
Quite the surge from Eberlein drive.
A 12-0 run highlighted it. Curtis Jones with an air ball. They have not led since they were up 7-5 early in the game. Goodwin all the way. He's fouled. Count it. Eberlein drive has taken the car, fueled it up with gas, and taken the advantage.
Well, and your analogy is appropriate because I just think Eberlein Drive's got more gas right now. Happy Valley Hoopers, they look like they're a little flat. And it was something we were going to be monitoring the whole game. Only 7 bodies for Happy Valley Hoopers. Eberlein Drive has rotated fresh bodies into the game. The bench has come in and really made an impact.
Nick, this was a Happy Valley Hoopers team that hit 8 triples, 8 of 12 in the first half. And you said something's got to change defensively. Yes, there's depth to talk about here, but how about the defensive effort by Eberlein Drive in quarter number 3?
And again, I hate to be beating a dead horse with this, but it takes effort to play this hard defensively, and the fresh bodies has made that possible for Eberlein Drive.
They were down 54-41. Since then, how about an 18-2 run? Taylor can't hit, but there you go. Just a step further. Out of bounds is called. But right now, you hit 2:15 on that clock in this third quarter. And remember, we've got the Elam ending coming. We'll only play about 5 minutes in the fourth until we hit the Elam ending in a target score. Weaving off a defender and hitting. That was smooth and much needed. Myron Jones.
Myron Jones, Curtis Jones, Greg Lee, Jawan Daniels. These guys got to just answer the bell and handle the pressure and go convert one-on-one.
Stevens with a tough catch. Jake Stevens will go to the line for 2.
Well, it's interesting. Jake Stevens did most of his damage in the assembly ball win from beyond the arc. He's done most of his damage, all of his damage inside today. So although he's labeled as a pick and pop stretch 5-man, he's shown some of his power game today.
Hey, Black.
Jake Stevens, as you alluded to it earlier, an all-time college career at VMI and Chattanooga. He finished with 1,943 points. He's got range from downtown, too. We may still see it. There's plenty of time. Myron Jones off the heel, and there's Stevens with the hand.
Good tip.
Brown with a beautiful dish coming from Knight.
Brown has really provided a big lift off the bench. His athleticism and energy, running the floor, defending Sessoms, been really, really good.
A 21-4 run.
How many has he got?
Brown did a good job catching this and being under control to go finish it, knowing that bodies were going to be in the area. But Brown, never know when it's going to be your game. Played at Washington, Arizona, and Seattle. 21 points per game at Washington as a senior. Was first team all Pac-12. He's a good player.
It'll stay with Happy Valley Hoopers here with a $1:18 left in quarter number 3.
Yeah, Happy Valley Hoopers got to take a deep breath, too. They got to stop the bleeding.
In this last minute, let's get TB out so he can recover.
Well, you sit here and say, yeah, you need to catch your breath, quote, going in the fourth quarter, which, okay, in theory, but that's the thing, Nick. The clock goes away when we hit Elam ending territory. You've got to earn it in TBT.
You're not just going to play 9 minutes. You might play a lot more than that.
Yes. Wahab there got deep and finished. And maybe that's a sign.
Yeah, well, and all things considered, it's only a 2-point game. You know, it just, the momentum of this quarter has completely shifted, and you don't feel great because you have surrendered a big lead, but it's still a 1-possession game.
Absolutely. 21-4 run aside. Brown, he is tough when he gets in the lane. Terrell Brown.
What a game from Terrell Brown.
Brown playing for the Greensboro Swarm, hence his connection with Coach Surinkamp, who's most recently coached there, and Lee had that altar. They can hold it for the final shot of the quarter. From down 54 to 41.
Rub 23.
To how about a 23-6 run, and now Coach Surinkamp says, let's run 23.
What do you want?
Good. Drive him.
With 6. Fader. Long. Offensive rebound with 2. Jones from half court. Oh!
Good.
Myron Jones provides some madness.
Hey, Russ, back defender gets all ball from backside of that play.
And just think, we've got another corner, Nick
Somebody
Bob.
other than me. I've got
It's a big momentum shot. Eberlein drive, a big quarter, but Myron Jones, did he get it off? He did. Look above the basket. Ball was out of his hands with about 0.4, 0.3. Good job to recognize the clock, see him peek up and take one more dribble. What a huge shot for Uncle Mo. Momentum heading into what is going to be an exciting fourth quarter.
Nick Bod, you like barbecue?
Love it.
We're in Houston tonight. Somebody go find us some ribs, because this fourth quarter in Houston is going to be a treat.
His arm up, but he's holding until he gets his arm up to extend. So if there's a call coming, it's going to be a defensive foul. How fucking bad is that happen? Hey, we don't change anything we're doing down here. I gave Robson here, okay, he's the front guy, top guy, everybody hit him, I said, okay. Backside defender gets all ball. Well, the ball would go that way. I said the ball did go that way. It did go that way. We're just not gonna let that affect what we're doing, because we're right where we need to be. Yeah.
Winning one more physicality in the next 9 minutes. That's all it's about. Run. And that's on us. It's not on them. Run. Keep going.
See that coming?
Let's go. Everything you guys
right there to start the third.
Anyone have anything else to add here? We got anything? We got a minute. Attitude on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, D-Night. Hey, you need to start at the stop.
Hey, we need this activity, right? We're back, right? So you're going to have to do a good job of playing catch and out, right? And then we just got to wall up, defend without foul, take this finish over.
Need a fucking shot. Need a shot.
Rebound, fucking run.
Need a defensive stop. And then I need a fucking bucket here. Come on.
At some point this quarter, be ready for me to call double team and let's get the hold on the handback. You know what we work on? Just be ready for it at some point, right?
The basketball tournament is powered by Puma and by Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT, and by Cost Plus Drugs, the low-cost provider for medications. Well, the prescription for this game in Houston has been nothing but big-time shot making. Myron Jones said, "I'll make the biggest one of this game thus far."
So only 3 of the third quarter for the Happy Valley Hoopers is a half quarter off the glass for Myron Jones. Again, the presence of mind to check the clock, take one more dribble, get everything underneath you, and then a high five from the first row as well. It's a big shot for momentum because it was all Eberlein drive in that third quarter. And now Happy Valley Hoopers feeling a little better about themselves heading to what is going to be an amazing fourth quarter. Sam Sessoms did not score in the third quarter. He had 12 points in the first half, 0 in the third quarter. Sessoms has to put his fingerprints on this thing if the Happy Valley Hoopers want to punch their ticket to Philadelphia.
And this game deserves the Elam ending. We will have a game-winning shot. As the chase for $1 million continues tonight, Brown with an and one. How big has Terrell Brown been as this game's gone on?
Hey, talk about the unsung hero of the game. Terrell Brown has come in and played confident, played hard, been ready to play. And he's picking up Sessoms full court.
What do you think is the key for Happy Valley Hoopers after giving up the third quarter surge?
Well, this guy's got to get back going. Sessoms has to find a way to get back into the game, but you're going to have to manage legs. You got 3 timeouts. You might want to call some timeouts to preserve energy if you're Ross Condon on the sidelines here.
We said it earlier, Happy Valley Hoopers with just 7 available players. Eberlein Drives had 10 different guys attempt a shot. Brown again. Oh, Terrell Brown has just turned it up to another notch. He's into double figures.
Again, this is a guy that scored 21 points per game in the Pac-12. So, big-time score, playing with some confidence here in a big spot.
When he started his college career, he was at Shoreline Community College. Then was a walk-on at Seattle. Unbelievable journey, then get to being an all Pac-12 star. It'll stay with Happy Valley Hoopers. Just the coaches tell us all the time. You need toughness to win in this tournament. A lot of these guys' backstories indicates their toughness.
No doubt.
3 on the shot clock. Straight up defense. Put back. Hara couldn't connect, and it will stay with Hoopers after just an unfortunate bounce by the iron.
Gimme for John Hara, and he just missed it.
Get the switch that we want, and then bring the 5 into it. Let's make Sessoms go. Does that make sense?
Another deflection.
That's off you. That's off your foot. Stays right here.
But how about this energy? I mean, everything is tough right now for the Happy Valley Hoopers in the half court.
Well, you had to think, Nick, that Eberlein Drive was going to be different defensively in the second half. Jordan Surinkamp couldn't have been happy giving up 50 in 18 minutes of basketball. Sessoms, can he get going? That's a big bucket.
There you go. He's got to be the guy to take Happy Valley Hoopers home. And help probably isn't coming off the wing, so he's got to be driving to score right now.
Now a turnover. Myron Jones to Sessoms. Sessoms. Kick out. Curtis Jones. Sessoms got the offensive rebound. He doesn't want to go home.
Stays 14.
Without knowing that he's heading to Philadelphia. That's what hangs in the balance tonight. Only 2 tickets left to the TBT semis. We know it'll be La Familia and Carmen's crew, Kentucky and Ohio State alumni, Friday night right here on FS1 as Anthony Clemens checks back in the game for Eberlein Drive, and a foul is called on Taylor.
Yeah, Terrell Brown has scored the last 9 points for Eberlein Drive, but you go back to the guy that's been a star the whole tournament in Anthony Clemens, and he is fresh now to guard Sam Sessoms.
Oh.
43. Shoved him. He's in the air.
Foul on Roberts. Well, that's something to monitor here because that's 2 quick fouls. 5 and you're in the penalty. And we'll tell you why that's important in the Elam ending when we get there. You don't get any reward if you foul on the floor. And you're the defense.
Show your hands.
Sessoms has had Clemens draped on him. Samuel Sessoms. And yet again, another defensive possession, but they can't get a rebound right now.
But, yeah, you just got to clean it up because that's what you want. You're making Sessoms have to finish over length and not stepping off the shooters, but you got to come clean up those loose ball rebounds if you're Eberlein Drive.
Curtis Jones catch and shoot. He started this game 3 for 3, has not been the same since. Has missed his last 5 attempts from downtown. Clemens was fouled.
2.
And he was going up.
Keep him in the action.
It's a great job by Clemens.
27, grab, 2 shot.
Call it a ghost screen, where you act like you're going to set a ball screen, and you just pop out.
2.
He's able to catch, rip, and go and get a driving angle.
A reminder, when we hit 4 minutes or under that mark at our first stoppage, we'll enter Elam ending territory.
Nice shot, man. Good minutes. Good minutes.
And when we hit Elam ending territory, that means we'll set a target score, folks, 8 points greater than the leading team. So as Anthony Clemens steps to the line to hit the second, right now our target score would be 78. A couple of critical possessions here, Nick, because you want to be as tight as possible if you're Happy Valley Hoopers.
Yeah, you don't want to start thinking about the Elam ending and just playing to that 4-minute mark. Both ways. So it's an important 2 minutes and 24 seconds both ways.
And Eberlein Drive is the master of the Elam ending.
Yeah, they've been really good in Elam ending situations so far.
G League exercising it in OT all the way to the rim. Archie Goodwin knocks it down, and the lead is 7. They were down 13 in the third quarter. This is a 20-point swing in about 8 minutes of basketball. Curtis Jones, they needed it in a quick timeout called by Ross Condon.
30.
See if it's kind of a timeout to have everybody catch their breath, but this is kind of what every possession has looked like. Ball screen, no help coming off the wings, and the ball handler's got to go convert. And Curtis Jones gets a tough runner to go. You've seen Sessoms have a couple layup opportunities, but we'll see how the shots are going to look.
All right, we got to get a stop. It's on you. Put it down. We need a stop. Hey, we got 2 minutes to the ending. 2 minutes to the ending. We'll play it out. Listen to me. Listen to me. We'll talk through it. Let's go. Need a stop right here. Attitude on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And as Ross Condon breaks down every huddle with attitude, that comes from the man that he played for, Jay Wright. And you heard Pat Chambers use attitude. You hear Keith Ergo now at Fordham use attitude to break their huddles. The Jay Wright phrase.
Pretty good coach to try and mirror everything you do off of Jay Wright.
And an elite necklace.
That's iced out right there.
Wow. That is big time right there. That's ready for downtown Houston tonight.
No doubt about it.
You got to win first. John Fanta, Nick Baugh with you. Turnover here. Another one coming tonight. Forever Cougs and Colorado alumni at 9 Eastern on FS2. And an open floor foul on Stone. That's their third team foul. Only one left to give. Not the smartest there.
No, that's a bad foul from Tyler Stone there, where you don't catch a ball cleanly. It's a turnover, and then you make one problem become 2, and you go foul.
Teardrop. Oh, that was pretty. Myron Jones has hit shots from everywhere tonight. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, Curtis Jones just hit a little runner. Now Myron Jones hits one. Those are the shots that are going to be there with the drop coverage and the no help off the shooters.
Now here's Stone. He's short, but he'll go to the line for 2. This man, Tyler Stone, Nick, 13 points and 9 rebounds tonight. Hasn't been his best shooting night, but easy to see why he's already got an Elam ending winner over Arkansas earlier in TBT.
Well, in the Elam period, he scored all 8 points in that Team Arkansas win during the Elam ending.
In what way? Tell me which play.
This year's $1 million prize is once again being sent straight to the winners' bank accounts with Zelle, the official payment partner of TBT.
You got it. You got it.
We could bring him back to AC and outside.
Tyler Stone hopeful for $60,000. It's a 5-point game. Another reminder, we have about a minute until we hit Elam ending territory. First stoppage at or under 4 minutes, and the Elam ending target score +8 from the leading team is established. Great defense. And picked up by Clemens. He's been a pest on that end all the way. Ryan Taylor cashes in. It's a 7-point lead.
And Anthony Clemens fresh, because he sat a while because Terrell Brown had it going. He's using that energy to force a turnover and get a run out for Taylor.
That's a foul. And a tough foul because it's on a 3.
Silly fouls from Eberlein Drive during this fourth quarter.
Great.
One more peek at it.
Are we sure it's a three? Are we sure?
Got that hand in there. Easy one for the officials.
No, his foot was all over the line.
Taylor with his fourth personal foul.
That was a two.
Nick, it's so interesting, right? Because we're at this stage of the game and you see 76-69.
I thought you were talking about your
With
man.
4:35 on the clock in a normal game, you say, okay.
Yeah, he did. But the hole comes first, then he tries to get rid of it.
I'm talking about the man that's
I got you. I got you. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
I'll be honest with you, they're two tough free throws.
Yes.
every time. That's how they get down here.
See, I'm not used to people just talking to me.
That's great right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the beauty of this event. But what we were talking about a moment ago is you see the 7-point game here and a couple of tough misses for Curtis Jones, but it's almost like you hit that 4-minute mark and it's like a brand new game.
Yeah, it begins. That's right. Even though you know it's not, you know you played all these minutes. Wow, all three, no good.
What'd you say, fatigue?
I really think that's played a factor here. I think the depth of Eberlein Drive and the lack of depth for Happy Valley has been a big story.
Eberlein Drive, the Butler region champs, beat all good dogs, beat Assembly Ball, tough region. Happy Valley Hoopers, they grinded their way through Pittsburgh in what was a terrific region. 2 on the shot clock here, and a foul is called, and that's tough call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh boy, Ross Condon is not happy.
Boy, take another look at it as the shot clock was winding down, lost it. Yeah, hit him on the arm. Sessoms caught Goodwin's arm as he's going up. The right call.
Thank you, brother.
Hey,
Got one.
White, no fouls. Play out the possession.
All right, so Happy Valley Hoopers going to get a shot here if they can
Hey, no fouls.
It's on the top side.
corral a potential missed free throw before the Elam ending.
Couldn't hit either. We've seen 5 straight free throws missed. Big possession here for Happy Valley Hoopers try to cut to the lead. Curtis Jones was stopped. Oh, that is an insane rejection. As flying in was Archie Goodwin.
Wow, that is incredible effort from Goodwin.
And that means your target score is 84, and they're up 7.
What a play from Archie Goodwin. Get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a heck of an Elam ending.
84 is our number. You know, if I see it, I'm gonna put air in the whistle. 100%. If I don't see it, listen, I can't shoot it if I don't see it.
And the player was like, I'm not even arguing the foul. I just think it's being called different. And I'm like, okay, well, I can only tell you about the foul.
Yeah. You want me to shoot it? Ref, you guys are, man, listen, I didn't miss 3 straight from the line. If you got great play, not fail. You got
Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Rising star Gunnar Henderson leads the Orioles against Jose Ramirez and the Guardians. Or the Rays take on the Astros. Or the Giants face the Reds. It all begins Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. Here we've got TBT drama and a ticket to the semifinals at stake. We've hit that first stoppage under 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. So an Elam-ending target score of 84 is set. Game clock, goodbye. You've got to earn this. And if you're the leading team, Eberlein Drive up 76-69. They just need 8 points. But Happy Valley Hoopers, they need 15 points to get the win. John Fanta, Nick Ba. Here we go in Elam-ending territory. What are the keys?
Well, I think for Eberlein Drive, you have to continue to not step off the three-point line and force the Happy Valley Hoopers into tough contested twos. And you got to continue to contain Sam Sessions. You've done an outstanding job in the second half containing this guy, but he has been a killer in crunch time, in Elam-ending time the whole tournament.
Sam Sessions was left open off the screen. That's a foul on Lee.
Free throws.
Boy, Sessions got a good clean look, didn't he?
Yes, he did. What does that mean when you have a foul now and you got both teams in the bonus? Any foul on the floor means one shot and then the basketball to the possessing team. So that foul was on Lee. Tyler Stone to the line. Free throws have been an issue lately. He swishes this one home, and now they are just 7 away. You don't get rewarded, Nick. Say if you're the trailing team and the leading team is 3 points away from winning the game. You can't just foul them on the floor and get the ball back.
And that's a part of what
Great shot.
Nick Elam, the creator of the Elam-ending, I think was going for, was to eliminate all the fouling, intentional fouling at the end of a game.
Brown to Stevens. Jake Stevens, already one Elam-ending game winner in this TBT. Tough shot. Tyler Stone yet again. He's got 16 and 10, and they are 5 points away from going to Philadelphia. Sessions knocks it down. But now you need stops.
Yes. And stops have been tough to come by in this half for the Happy Valley Hoopers.
Terrell Brown, big second half. To Stevens, Jake Stevens, that's easy money. Good foul by Sessions, but Stevens will go on the line for a pair.
And a great play from Terrell Brown to come off one screen and then another one from Stevens, draw, two, drop it down to the big fella. And Terrell Brown has been amazing in this game.
Stevens off on the first for this Eberlein Drive organization. Jacob Hirschman has been driven to get back to the semis of this event. Back-to-back first-round exits the last 2 years. They've entered a team in the TST, the soccer tournament. That's a hard screen by Hara. Yes. My goodness. Backdoor for Curtis Jones. Oh, dangerous pass.
Goodwin, who got his bell rung, finally got back in the action just in the nick of time.
Shot clock to 10. Sessions trying to get by Stevens. Curtis Jones with three, baseline, it's long.
Another great defensive sequence from Eberlein Drive.
We haven't seen Eberlein get to the semi since 2018. Oh, in and out for Clemens, and it will be Eberlein Drive basketball. Second effort by Deshaun Knight.
Hey, flat all the way. Flat all the way.
My man.
I'm not used to these college coaching lines.
4 points shy of 84. Catch and shoot. Three switches home. They're one away. Anthony Clemens buries it.
Just one shot.
10 made threes for Eberlein Drive.
They trailed by 13 in this game, but they just know how to settle in. Myron Jones can't hit. Hara back to Eberlein can win it here. They don't need 3. They don't even need 2. If they get 5, they can win it with 1.
Back to TB.
Impressive. And you got a lot of different places you can go with the ball if you Eberlein drive.
Clemens with the spin. Off to Jake Stevens. Eberlein drive. A TBT original is heading back to the basketball tournament semifinals.
Just an incredible second half from Eberlein drive.
Jacob Hirschman's dream is 2 wins away from becoming reality. What a turnaround by Jordan Surenkamp, a guy who's been in the G League with the Greensboro Swarm, has worked his tail off. And this Eberlein drive organization.
Like 3 fucking days figuring out find ways to stop you.
Jacob Hirschman and Matt Mitchell, you hear Surenkamp say to Sam Sessoms, we've been trying to stop you. Spent days trying to figure it out. They did it, Nick, with defense in the second half.
Defense and depth, I think, sparked the turnaround from down 13 in the third quarter to winning by 14. Just a remarkable all-hands-on-deck performance from Eberlein drive to find a way to win over a tough, gritty Happy Valley Hooper squad.
Nick, you think about this. You start this venture 11 years ago if you're Jacob Hirschman, and to keep it going every year in this great event. And now, after 2 first-round exits the last 2 years, they retooled some things. How about the way that they're run as an organization in this event?
It just goes to show you that it's not just about getting the stars. It's about filling out the edges of it, too, and making a complete team, because it was everybody that was needed here today to win this thing.
What a win for Eberlein drive. Another look here as Clemens with the spin went down to the hardwood, went between the legs of Hara, and Jake Stevens, the man who came from Vegas to be a part of this. Maybe he brought some Vegas luck with him. He's playing his tail off, and so is Eberlein drive, and we are thrilled to have Jordan Surenkamp, the head coach of Eberlein drive, now with us courtside. 85-71, a win to send Eberlein drive to their second ever TBT semifinals, first since 2018. Jordan, you're down 13 in the second half of this game. You proceed to turn the tables, a 27-point swing. How did it happen?
I think the biggest thing is just a testament to our players and coaching staff. We talk all the time about being calm when adversity hits and handling difficult situations well, and that's what we did. We have a bunch of pros on our team that have played at a high level for a long time, and they don't get rattled when things hit. We stayed even keel, we stuck to the plan, we made some adjustments, and they did a fantastic job of executing, and I couldn't be prouder of them. They deserve this.
I thought Terrell Brown was maybe the unsung hero of the game, and we talked that shoot around, the depth of your team, I thought really played a big factor. How did Brown impact the game?
Yeah, I mean, just from the defensive side of the ball, and I coached him in Greensboro this year, so him and I have a really good relationship. I can't speak high enough about him. He's willing to do the little things. He impacts winning at a high level. He rebounds the ball for his size. He's willing to defend. He doesn't worry about the stats. And he had a really big challenge tonight. Happy Valley was an incredible team. They're extremely talented. They're very well coached, and they shot the ball at a high level, and we just found a way to make it happen. But, you know, TB's a big piece of that, and I know he understands that.
You said to Samuel Sessoms just moments ago, we spent days trying to figure out a way to stop you. Anthony Clemens here in the second half, just face guarding him, trying to do whatever it took. What can you say about Anthony's efforts?
Yeah, AC from the beginning has been fantastic, and it's not the first time we've seen him do that. In the regional, he was doing it with a lot of the primary handlers and guards that we were going against. And again, his experience, his physicality on the ball, all of that stuff has really, really helped us. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they're unbelievable players. Sessom's an unreal guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about him. Obviously, they're talented top to bottom, but we knew he was the head of the snake coming in, and we had guys that were willing to step up and make plays.
Coach, we're going to have you put your analyst cap on. We're going to take everybody through your Elam ending winners. When you think about this journey here going through it starting out at Hinkle Fieldhouse. And here tonight, we're taking a look at what your team did.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing was we were just trying to isolate guys in space and give guys the opportunity to make plays. Obviously, as good of a player as Sessom is, he had to play dang near the whole game. Right, so we were in situations we were trying to keep him in action as much as we could because we knew that our depth would eventually wear them down. And at the end there, it was a little chaotic, but that's the beauty of the Elam ending. That's the beauty of the TBT is it doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to find a way to get it done in the end, and we have an unbelievable group of guys that continue to do that.
So what is it going to take in Philadelphia? You're going to play the winner of the two teams that are going to be warming up in front of us in Houston and Colorado.
Yep.
What's it going to take for you guys to try to win 2 more games?
Well, I think we just have a group that's very together right now, and we understand that it's about playing the right way and doing the right things. We're going to hang around, I'm sure, myself and the coaches, and we'll be live scouting this, and we got to put our hats on and be ready because, again, 2 very talented teams. The field in the TBT this year, top to bottom, has been incredibly talented and difficult to prepare for. But that's the best thing about our guys is they're willing to accept any challenge we put in front of them, and they're willing to do it with their best effort and do it with the right mentality.
As we take a look at the bracket here, we've got 3 of our 4 semifinalists set in the basketball tournament. Carmen's crew in La Familia, Ohio State alumni, Kentucky alumni. And I think, Jordan, that's got to make you that much prouder because Eberlein drives a different type of organization. It's a successful one. And here you guys are joining these 2 teams that have a bunch of guys who have been in the NBA ranks.
Yeah, and you know what? We're ready for that opportunity. Our guys aren't going to back down from anybody. And it's a testament to Jake and Matt in our front office and GM for going out and putting all of the work they put in to finding the caliber of guys that it takes to win games in this tournament. And we just have an awesome group of guys. And, again, we won't back down from anybody. We're not afraid. We watched the games last night. We're going to be prepared and ready to go.
You've coached at a lot of different levels and obviously been in the G League. But what's unique about coaching in this tournament? Because it's still basketball, but man, it's special.
It's definitely special. The Elam ending is obviously incredibly exciting. And, we talk a lot about situational awareness. And what this tournament does is it puts you in situations at the end of games where you have to be able to think and not just play. And we have a group that does that. And just the discomfort you start to feel as the game rolls on and you're in the Elam. We felt it against Assembly Ball. A couple don't go in your way. They start going on a run, right? That discomfort is not something you necessarily feel in a regular game. And so, again, it's a testament to our guys for matching the effort that they need to get this stuff done. But, yeah, from coaching in the G League, the NBA, college, it's a little mix of everything. There's obviously a lot of strategy involved, but at the end of the day, guys have to make plays, and we have a team that's doing that.
Jordan, how's a trip to Philadelphia and some Friday primetime hoops sound with a trip to a title game at stake?
Looking forward to it. We're going to get off the floor here. We're going to rest and recover. We're going to scout, and we'll be ready to go. Looking forward to it.
Jordan Sternkamp, congratulations to you and Eberlein Drive.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What a win for Eberlein Drive from down by 13 to taking this one by 14 over Happy Valley Hoopers. We'll be back to wrap it up and look ahead to Game 2 from Houston after these messages.